Hello, and welcome to SALP, also known as Student Activities and Leadership Programs. This is an introduction for leaders of student organizations. We hope that by viewing this video, you'll gain access to information for some basic resources that you'll be able to use throughout the year as a student leader. Let's start by talking about what is SALP. So SALP is also known as Student Activities and Leadership Programs. And the role of SALP is to help students discover their leadership potential and make a positive impact at PSU and beyond. Student Activities and Leadership Programs' mission is to enrich and integrate students' leadership and academic experience in order to educate students to be ethical, socially just, and civically engaged leaders on campus and in the larger community. We also have a strong commitment to anti-racist education and practice, and we hope that throughout the year, you'll explore resources related to that topic. SALP is located in the Smith Memorial Student Union on the mezzanine level, and the images that you're seeing on the screen are of the clubhouse. So within the clubhouse, we have large meeting spaces with technology in them. We have resources such as paper and paint and markers that your group can use to make banners and do other things. We also have a button maker and a host of other resources available to all of our student leaders in the clubhouse. So we hope that this fall, you'll stop by and see us. One of the most important resources that SALP offers for student group leaders is your advisor. So your advisor is a designated person who's able to help you register as a group, access funding, training, and resources online and on campus. Advisors help student leaders with a multitude of questions, concerns, and opportunities, from balancing academics and leadership to conflict resolution to the nuts and bolts of running a student organization. In SALP, we also have both individual student leader expectations and group status expectations. So for individual leaders, we expect that students will maintain a quarterly GPA of 2.5 if you're an undergrad, 3.0 if you're a graduate student, and be enrolled in and pass at least 6 credits if you're an undergrad and 5 if you're a graduate student. In terms of student group status, throughout the year, your advisor will work with you to update your PSU Connect group portal and profile, make sure all leaders have titles in Connect with admin access, that your constitution is updated, that you're advertising all your events in PSU Connect, and then during winter term, your group will do what's called SOAR, which is our re-recognition process for next year. So let's check out a couple of other really important resources for student leaders. The first one we're going to explore is called PSU Connect. PSU Connect is the platform that all student groups have access to and that all leaders also have access to as individual people. This is where any student at Portland State University can go explore what groups have to offer, how to get engaged, news, things that are happening on campus. So I'm going to walk through a little bit about some of the tools that you'll have as a student leader. So we are at pdx.edu/connect. You're just going to go to sign in the upper right-hand corner here. And once you're in Connect, you're going to see that you will have a screen, and down here it will show the memberships for your group. So I am part of the OBC, the SALP Admin Club, which as a student leader, we hope that you'll also be a part of. And then I also am part of the Student Fee Committee. So as a leader, what you're going to do is, if you ever want to explore other groups on campus, you can just type their names into the Explore category here. But I want to show you how to manage your student organization. So you're going to go up to what's called the burger menu up here. And you're going to click on that, and you're going to see this Manage tab. You will not have the Admin tab. You'll have the Explore and the Manage. So for your student group management, you would click on Manage. And what's going to show you is the groups that you have the ability to manage. So I'm going to go ahead and go into the OBC and show you all a couple of tools that you will have access to. So when you're managing your student organization, you'll be able to see that you can manage your roster over here. You can update your group and update what it's about. You can add events. We'll talk a little bit in a moment about where those events show up. You can add pictures and documents as your constitution. You can create forms. You can have elections. And if you're a funded group, this is where you'll do your finance. And I'll click on that one really quick just to show you what that looks like. So if you were a funded group, you would go in here and you would hit Submit Create Requests. And this is where you'll end up doing your budget requests to the OBC. And so the OBC is the group that funds all student organizations. And this is where you will submit your budget request to them. We have a whole video about submitting budget requests on the Student Leader Resource Center, and that will also be provided to you. So on Connect, when your group enters events, you'll see down here that they'll show up in this area, and you'll be able to see all student group events that show up here. You can also see that there are other Portland State University events what people are entering in here. So this is really a great place for not only your group to advertise events, but for you all to be able to explore what other events are out there. Second resource we're going to explore today is the Student Leader Resource Center. The Student Leader Resource Center is the hub for the how-tos of doing things in student activities and leadership programs. So this is really where you can find out how to access your budget and spend money. We have some awesome event planning tools, including how to reserve a room. This is where you can go about that. We have some great marketing tools. I mentioned previously about our commitment to anti-racist, so we have some anti-racist leadership resources. We have some great ways for you all to be connecting while you're physically distancing. So if you would still like to do remote programming or virtual programming or hybrid programming, we have some excellent ways to help you all be able to do that. We also have different leadership development opportunities, including Leadership Fellows, which is our year-long leadership class, and the Level Up program, which is over here. And the Level Up program is an online self-paced training, and you will complete 8 modules. And at the end of completing those modules, we provide you with a leadership certification. We'll endorse you on LinkedIn, and we'll invite you to special leadership events throughout the year. Later on this year, we will also be adding some additional pieces, such as how to develop community agreements, which is an awesome way to get your group started off on the right foot. Setting those community agreements is an important first step when you all are meeting at the beginning of the year, or if you find your group is having some trouble getting along or deciding on what events you'd like to host, the community agreements can be a great way to be able to do that. Another really important thing that I'd like to point out in the Student Leader Resource Center is our student group important dates. So you can see that we have registration for Leadership Fellows, how to get registered for Party in the Park, which is our fall student engagement fair, and other important dates, including when we get down here, we'll talk about the SOAR re-recognition process and what that looks like. And that information is all in here. So this is a great overview of the year and some important dates for you as student leaders to keep in mind, and then how to get your group re-registered for next year, what that looks like. And if you are a funded group, how to be able to submit that tier request to the OBC for the following year. So the Student Leader Resource Center is really an excellent way to be able to find out a lot about how to help your group be successful and what that looks like. Our policy manual and some other resources are also available on here, including information about fundraising. The university has some rules and regulations related to fundraising and what that looks like. So we encourage you to review that under our policy manual. And we hope that you'll work with your advisor if you would like to do fundraising activities. So those are 2 of the primary resources we wanted to introduce to you. And as a wrap up, we just want to make sure that you continue to communicate with your advisor about your events and activities, any budgets that you would like to submit, travel, make sure you get that done well in advance, leadership changes, if you have those occur throughout the year, and just general check-ins. The advisors really love to hear from students and are here to help you with everything, not only with your student group, but in other areas as well. They are an awesome resource for you, and we look forward to working with you as a student leader. Thank you. Have a great year.